Welcome. I'm Danielle Sally.
And I'm Eva Fusa.
And you're listening to Ghost Boss, stories about the freelance afterlife. Hey, ghosties.
I laugh every time.
Every time. How are you, Eva?
I'm doing good.
Okay, good.
I'm feeling bonita today.
That's great.
Always good.
That's perfect.
Yeah, how are you?
I have a bone to pick. I'm
With me?
No.
Oh.
I'm very frustrated.
Oh.
Okay, so here's
Glad
the deal.
it's not with me.
We record this.
Yes.
It's August 23rd. We're recording this.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was a very big day for me.
Well,
it was when Starbucks released their fall menu.
Oh, God. I was like, was it your birthday?
No.
You're an Aries.
Yeah.
I was like, did I forget something?
No, you would know.
Oh, God. I was like,
oh, I'm an Aries. You're going to know for a long time.
No, I was like, you answered your email. You didn't take the day off.
I was looking forward.
So what's going on?
I was looking forward to this. I made a point to get all my work done. So in the afternoon, I can go get my Starbucks.
Boo Bear.
Go get it. And okay, so hot take. Pumpkin spice latte is okay.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Is it a hot take? Is it because it's a hot drink or is it, or is it a cold take? Did you get something iced?
I feel like when Starbucks releases, everyone's like pumpkin spice latte time. That's
you're not a PSL girly.
It's okay. I will get it for the treat of a season, but it's not. It's okay.
Okay.
But they do have this apple crisp.
Oh, I like apple flavor.
Iced oat milk with espresso.
Not espresso.
I'm going to say it correctly. And I was looking forward to it. Yeah. And I got it. And I go home and I drink it. And a couple hours go by.
Yeah.
That drink gave me heartburn.
Oh, no.
I might have been so excited and maybe drank it too fast. I normally drink coffee very slow. But could you, please just be sad for me for a second? I've waited so long for fall drinks to come back.
Right.
And I get heartburn.
No, I can validate. No, I'm here. I can validate this with you with a story that's similar.
Okay. Yes.
I went and got my free Starbucks drink on my birthday.
Yeah.
And they had this lavender drink.
Oh, yeah.
And
did you get the lavender cold foam?
Yes.
Oh, so good.
No.
Oh.
It was disgusting.
Apologize.
It tasted like grass.
Oh.
It was terrible.
I loved it.
I walked out to my car and I turned right back around and I brought it in.
Free birthday drink.
Literally. And I was like, it's gross. And she goes, it is gross. So many people bring it back.
Oh, that's so funny. Did you get the full lavender drink though?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't know if I modified something.
I will say I get the vanilla cold brew and I put the lavender cold foam on top, but it's not the full lavender experience.
No,
but that's a great combo.
It was something I modified, and this is why I thought I would like it. First off, I like lavender
things.
You
like to bathe in them.
I like to bathe in them. I put lavender oil on at night before I go to bed.
Yes.
I like the color of lavender. I like the scent of lavender.
It's a great flower.
It's wonderful. It's a flower.
Okay.
Oh, God. Hold on. Let me look it up.
Okay. You look it up and I'm going to share a little story of my lavender spray. I got all this lavender stuff from my mom.
Yeah.
And later that week, my husband's like, my skin is just so itchy.
Oh.
I'm like, I have hives. Oh. And he was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm using the same detergent. Sure. I'm same lotion.
Doing the
soap.
checklist, right?
And I was like, well, I'm spraying the bed with lavender spray every night. Do you think that's related? Giving you body hives?
That's what it is? I'm trying to relax and you're going to crawl out of your skin. Should be fine.
I was calm as can be.
You're doing great.
He was in body hives.
Got it.
Fine.
Got it.
All right. So what is it?
It is a flowering plant.
Okay.
It's a member of the mint family.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Has 47 known species.
All right.
But the reason why I got the lavender drink is because at Peacewise, which is a local coffee shop in West Columbia, they have a lavender honey latte that I got a couple times. Right. It's very good.
Sure.
I love it.
That sounds like a great combo.
I don't know what Starbucks does to the cold foam, but it was so gross because she was like, it tastes like grass, doesn't it? I was like, it does. It tastes like I'm chewing actual lavender.
They do. I feel like
not like the essence of it.
They take the flavor and then the flavor's drinking Red Bull and it's just an explosion in your mouth. It's like, even the apple drink, I still appreciated it, but I could have used it to be toned down a little bit more.
I'm a simple woman when I go to Starbucks. partially because I need these people to calm down because they put oil in lattes and I don't understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
But no, I'm a iced white mocha girly.
Yeah.
Like, the vanilla cold foam, cold brew thing. That is fine. Like
I almost every time I'm getting the vanilla sweet cream cold brew, no cold foam, nothing else.
Yeah.
Like just as it comes.
Yeah.
I get when I have to do orders for people and they're like, okay, I need 3 shots of espresso, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, you open your app and you order yourself because I can't.
So I have a custom order like that I order for myself. But if somebody's like, I'm getting you a drink, I was like, I'll take a vanilla latte.
Please make it simple.
But it's funny because in any local coffee shops, they have some specialty thing that I'll drive across town for. But with Starbucks, I'm a simple girl.
Starbucks, I want to keep it simple.
But I get it. I am not a PSL girly.
Yeah.
Most of the fall, apple's where I gravitate to in the fall. But with a lot of things like this, to your point, I feel like people just be doing too much.
They are.
They're just trying to pump up the flavors. It's my lattes. It's my candles, all of them.
Oh, I do love a candle.
I love a candle as well. But some of these scents, I'm just like, are you trying to punch me in the face?
For sure.
What apple allegedly smells like this?
No, I do well with fall scents. I can't do flowers. I can't do any kind of pine. Linen is a death candle to me. Okay. I hate linen candles. Okay. It makes me sick. But if I can get cinnamon, an apple, a pumpkin, a lemon, ooh. Anyway, I can talk about candles. This should be a candle podcast.
We should just do that. I like earthy. Well, first off, I like anything that has a base in essential oils. Yeah. Because that just feels more true to what stuff smells like.
Yeah.
But I fell in love with this candle last fall from Whole Foods.
Oh, interesting.
It was a tobacco and vanilla candle.
Not where I thought this was going.
It's very earthy. Well, I bring a lot of sage in my house. Okay. So that actually kind of tracks a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. Excellent.
Anyway, so we've been on a tangent.
But we're talking about seasons.
We are. Oh! Was this planned?
It wasn't, but I love it when I can figure it out.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Yeah. So today's topic, as we come out of summer, and it is false fall here in South Carolina. If you're from the South, you know exactly what that means.
Yeah.
I wore a hoodie on my morning walk today.
And now you're wearing a tank top.
Yeah, but that's fine because it's now 1 p.m. And when I went on my walk, it was 8:30. So that sort of temperature change is fine.
It's nice because there's actually moments in the day where I have pure happiness again.
Right. It's going to be great.
It's
going to be 97 next week. It's going to be, I'm going to be back to just sweating.
Yeah.
In the thinnest little dress that I can possibly put on because it's so hot.
We were at kickoff last week for AAF.
This week.
I couldn't. Oh yeah, that was this week, and I couldn't even keep my name tag on because I was sweating so much.
But it was that morning. Whitney texted me. She was like, "This has got to be the coolest it's been for kickoff ever because it was only 65 when we got up."
Jinxed it.
You'll have to talk to her.
It's fine. I'll talk to her about the weather.
So, Danielle.
Yes.
You talked a little bit, very briefly last time about how this was your first summer and it slowed down for you. And I just gave you the look, the dog head, turning what? Because I did not slow down this summer. And so that's what we decided we want to talk about today is seasons, ebbs and flow of work. Do you see different ebbs and flow of work? Based on different types of clients, different types of the year, times of the year, different times of the month.
Yeah.
Because I have answers to all of this.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're probably going to have similar answers, but also, dare we say it, different answers at the same time. Are we going to be different, Danielle?
Perhaps.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to start first?
Yeah, because I think when I said it was slow, I think slow looks different to everyone.
Sure.
Because I'm also still not in recovery, but also still coming off of being an ad agency for 10 years.
Right.
That's a different pace.
Sure.
It is fast. Sure. Everything's on fire all the time.
Right.
So you just get used to working at an insane speed. Mm-hmm. So when it's not like that, you almost, and I've talked to a lot of people who have left the agency world to something a little bit slower, not slow, but
big
slower.
Old asterisk on slow, y'all. Yeah, it's big, a relative.
Huge. Yeah.
The biggest asterisk you can 200-point type on that asterisk.
Because it's funny because we have all kind of found ourselves trying to adjust because it's we almost got used to having that pressure in order to get the work done.
Right.
And now we don't have that anymore. So it's been that, but also a combination of I'm finally retired from American Advertising Federation,
Don't brag.
the national board.
Don't brag. I mean, I love my work with AF. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. But
with the national board, I found myself between that and speaking engagements. I was getting to a point where like I was traveling like once a month.
Yeah.
And not like driving in state. I was like flying
places.
And so it was all of that, the speaking engagements, the meetings, and like all these things. And so finally AAF's year ends in June. So I was like, you know what? I want to embrace the slowness because I can work however I want to work, right? So I set up a big window where I was giving clients warnings, and I might have times where I might be proactively trying to get some new clients, but I was like, you know what? No, I want July to be slow.
Sure.
So I didn't proactively try and get new clients to start projects in July.
Yeah.
Maybe if they wanted fall projects, sure.
Right.
But then I made sure all my currently active clients, like I just went to them. We actually had meetings to make sure that I was covered, which is funny because I'm the one covering for them. But my work was covered to make sure that they didn't have any issues during the time I took off. So it was slower, but I would say it was slow with intention.
Yeah.
But again, I just think it all comes down to slow looks different to everyone.
Yes.
So, but I was talking with some people at the AAF kickoff that are also in the same boat because I'm like, it was slow, but I wanted it to be slow. But then also in the back of your mind, you're always like, okay, but how long until you panic?
We have a whole episode about that.
Yeah. Feast mode or panic. No, I can't say it.
Oh my gosh.
Panic. I panic.
I would say I'll cut this part out, but no, I'm not. We're keeping it in. It was feast mode or famine panic.
That was it.
There you go.
So I don't know. And sure enough, as soon as August hit, it's been go again.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a nice slow. Yeah. But I'm sure another big difference you and I might have, I don't have a lot of clients whose fiscal year is July to June. I don't know if you do or not, but that was a big thing. A lot of our clients, they had new budgets starting in July. So it was like July was go, right? And so now a lot of my clients, their fiscal year is January to December. Yeah. So it's a little bit more, I don't have that middle of the year sudden rush because they have to either spend money or plan money.
Sure. Yeah.
So what was your July?
Busy.
Yes.
I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
Losing my mind. So my clients are all kind of spread out as far as like how their fiscal years fall.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of clients in industries that it doesn't matter when the fiscal year falls. Because like if they're in manufacturing, so I have a lot of clients in manufacturing. I have a lot of clients in sales, right? So like that stuff doesn't slow.
Yeah.
Construction. They just keep rolling because even if there's a busy season, the prep on this stuff is 6 months, 9 months out, right? So I did not see a slow season. I will pick up in the fall. Fall gets busy for two reasons. It's conference season. And I know that is not your conference season, but
no, mine tends to be in the summer.
The rest of the world has conferences after the school year starts. It's usually September to November.
Yeah.
So it's conference season. And so I'm getting everybody ready for that. And then I have a lot of clients whose fiscal years either end in December or I have a bunch that end in September. So that's a thing like October to September. So I will get calls in the fall.
Sure.
Prepping for that. Like I get a lot of calls. They want quotes.
Yeah.
They want to start planning for this, right? That sort of thing. So I did not have a slow summer. I will say my clients will go on vacation, so they'll give me work and then they leave and then they come back. And so I tend to have a little bit more time to work on stuff. But like I have such a diverse book that it just staggers my deadlines and things just end up nothing slowed down.
And I think that's why I didn't go into panic because I had a slow July because it was intentional. Like,
it's different if you're
I just stayed, but I wanted to take vacation.
Yeah.
So it was just a little bit different, but I do think it's nice that now that I have a year under my belt and in freelance world that I can kind of see when that busy season probably is and when the slower season probably is, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's been just 10 years of never being slow.
So when I left the hospital association, because I worked for lobbyists, not exclusively, that's not all associations do, but it was a lot of what we did.
Yeah.
I did have slower summers because nobody was in session at the State House. That is January to May. So I had less stuff to do in the summer. And then we had a bunch of events in the fall. So summer was a slower time for me then. But no, I was not.
You're like, no.
I'm like thinking, I was like, maybe June. I'm like, no, I was losing my mind and sweating.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was good.
Yeah. I think so far, well, and I remember before, and it kind of ended up still being that way, freelance world, kind of like you were just saying with the planning. December was spent a good portion of it making proposals.
Yeah.
And then January was, okay, now we gotta do all these things. So there definitely is like, there's the busy part, there's the slow part, and then there's planning part.
Yeah. I did realize recently, because I didn't slow down at all. I think I was used to a little bit of a dip, and it just didn't happen this year. I hired a bookkeeper this year.
Yes.
I logged into my bookkeeping software, and they were basically like, well, we can't do anything because we need you to answer all these questions.
Oh, no.
And so I got to get caught up on that. I mean, it's fine. They'll go fix everything. I just, stuff that I was like, oh, sorry.
You're like, sorry, I wasn't.
Sorry.
It's kind of ironic because you hired them to do it, but then they can't do it because you still need to do something.
And they were like, the system will learn like how to categorize some of this stuff. And part of it too is like, so I pay for some business expenses through PayPal.
Yeah.
And it pulls out of my business account, but then my same PayPal account has my personal account tied to it, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because when you go look in there, they're two separate transactions, but they're like, when we pull it all from your email address, we can't tell what's what.
Gotcha.
So I have to go and sort through so I need to fix that.
That's fun.
It's fine. Yeah. I was like, no,
everything's fine.
They're not going to, YouTube TV is not a business expense. I wish.
But could it be?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
But yeah, no, there wasn't really a slow season. It's August now.
Yes.
So I'm getting a lot of ping backs from stuff because everybody's back in school. Like everybody has kids, or the opposite's also happening too. Everybody who has kids who live at home are like, okay, I'm back online. Mm-hmm. But then all of a sudden for like a week or two, people will be gone for whole weeks because their kids are in college.
Yeah.
So like, I got to go to Denver.
Yeah.
For like a week or whatever. Yeah. So,
yeah, that is the interesting thing with August is you would think the summer vacations have come to an end, but then, you lose people because they got to handle move-in for college. They're adjusting back to school. There's all these things. And you're like, oh, and like, I still have clients that are doing summer Fridays and I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
And cause I'll have stuff due Friday.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, I have till 5. And I was like, oh no, I actually only have till noon.
Yeah. Cause they're not going to be there. Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah. No. I always forget because the kids here go back to school in August. But like summer's technically until Labor Day.
I know, it throws me off so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? They're back. They've been back in school.
I know. Well, and then living in a city, particularly because I live downtown, living in a city with a large university in it, you really know when school's back in session.
Oh, for sure.
I was on a new client call this morning while I was driving back from dropping my son off at school. I'd never met this person before, so we're just making small talk. And I said something about, well, the university students are back. They started this week.
Yeah.
I said something about that, like, I don't remember exactly what I said, but something about that, like impacting my schedule. And I guess I said it in a way that like the person on the phone was like, oh, are you a professor? And I was like, no, I just
this affects my day to day.
Yeah. I was like, I just live downtown and I live on one side of the university. And then my son goes to school on the opposite side of downtown.
Yeah. It's a pain.
And there's no way to get from point A to point B without crossing campus, without driving around.
All the way around.
And so like, I've lived here for like 20 something years. It's fine.
It's part of life.
It's part of
like literally when I was working downtown and I was commuting, like summers were the best.
Yeah. Because there's no traffic.
Everyone in the office knew when they all get back.
And it's fine.
It's moving day.
It's fine. I used to be one of these. Yeah. So it's fine.
I think I can't remember if I mentioned on the podcast last week, but I like when school's back in session because I'm back in that normal flow of things. Like I have to get up. I leave the house at 7. I go take my daughter to school. I come back. I can get started earlier if I need to.
Yeah.
I don't, but I could.
In theory.
In theory. I don't. I just don't.
I don't need to know why. I'm not your boss. You need to know why because you're your boss.
I just don't want to start that early.
That's okay.
So I usually just
What do you do?
Well,
you just wander around your house with some coffee?
I know that my nutrition coach is listening to this and she's going to say you should be working out.
I work out as soon as I get home from dropping my son off at school. Do I get points with your nutrition coach?
You would, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love an afternoon workout.
I like to work out in the morning.
I love an afternoon workout. And I have Peacock, which means that my housewives come on in the morning, the day after they air on Bravo. So I try to catch up on my Bravo in the early morning while I have my coffee. If it gets cooler out, I'll probably go back to my meditations on the back porch that I was doing for a while, but it's just too hot here.
Not right now. It's been like in the mid-60s in the morning.
No, when I was doing it, it was like 40.
Ew! I'm not going outside.
I need it at a good temperature.
That's terrible. See, I used to be an afternoon workout girly before I had a child. Yeah. And when I just was like, I had my corporate job, I would get to work and then I would go work out and I'd go work out for like 2 or 3 hours after work and I'd get home at like 8:30.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like 25. Like what else am I doing?
Exactly.
I still have time to make it to trivia later if I want to.
That's exactly what I do. And I remember leaving at 4, go to the YMCA. Yeah. I was there for a solid 2 hours. Yeah. I probably had a tennis match after. Yeah. I go to trivia after that. Yeah.
We're doing great. Now I prefer to work out in the morning because the further you get into the day, I am so tired.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting better because I'm getting some more standard hours with aftercare this year, which is great.
Yeah.
But so I'm trying not to work as much at night, but it is still, I mean, he's only been back in school for like a week and a half. Really only a week because the first day was a half day and the first 2 days also are just chaotic and they don't really count. Sure. So like a week.
Yeah.
I've only worked at night once this week, which I feel really good about. But yeah, so the idea that I might go do an hour and 15-minute workout or whatever I decide to do at night.
Well, absolutely that's the thing. And that's why Jenny is an advocate for working out in the morning because go ahead, knock it out, get it done. Yeah. You've done it for the day. What I do try to do, because I can do this while watching TV, is focus more on getting my steps in the morning. Mm-hmm. I've been kind of.
Are you walking while you're watching your show?
Oh, sometimes I run while I'm watching.
Oh, I love that.
But I'll do my bigger workout in the afternoon where I'm doing harder cardio or strength workout.
We got to do it all at once. No, I'm only getting sweaty once.
Space it out.
No, I'm only getting sweaty once.
I enjoy it.
No.
Well, I don't care. I'm just going to be, who am I going to see all day? I rarely leave my home except for when I come here to see you.
So we talked about the fall a lot because we're in fall.
We're in fall season.
No, we're not though. It's going to be 90 degrees.
Yeah. Well, we're in
fall.
Yes.
Do you find it slows down for you in December, around the holidays? Does it get quiet?
So again, it was okay last December. I'll be interested to see how this December goes.
This will be your second one.
That was my first December. Sure. It was also a horrible December. Aww. I got the flu. Mm. I had to put my dog down, who we had for 13 years. Yeah. So I was sick. I was depressed. We couldn't even have a real proper Christmas because we had the flu during Christmas. Yeah. So it was just a really bad, so I couldn't work if I wanted to. I wasn't in the right mindset. Yeah. So it was slow because I had a lot going on. Yeah. Now I'll be interested this December. Hopefully I don't have such a dramatic December.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no pets this year, so that's good. Oh. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Humor's my defense mechanism.
You're doing great. My December slows, but not by a lot. I find everybody's trying to get stuff done before the holidays.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's trying to cram everything in the first half of December. And then you're also trying to mix in everyone wants to have a networking event in December and they want to have their little holiday mingle. And it's okay, and now it's not so bad because I don't have my company holiday mingle on top of my husband's and I'd have to do both. And sometimes they're conflicting. And so now I only have to worry about his. I just have my little holiday party for one. It's great.
We should have a little
Ghost Boss holiday party. We'll just show up, but somewhere. We'll have a coffee date. No.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
But no, it'll be interesting to see if December does slow down a little bit more. I mean, I think no matter what, December, I don't remember working at the agency. I don't remember the last time we had a truly slow December, but I think kind of that last week.
I was going to say, I the only time I really slow is between Christmas and New Year's.
Almost everyone's
Nobody
gone.
knows what day of the week it is.
No, it's a blur between Christmas and New Year's. Like
there's no time.
There's no point in trying to work if you wanted to. Your brain's not working.
No, there's no time. There's no just what are we doing?
Yeah. So again, embrace the slowness.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my next sticker. Embrace the slowness.
Yeah.
Just not for too long. You have to make money.
Right. Right. I just read a book. I got back to reading.
Yes. Good.
Y'all. I logged into my Goodreads this week.
Was it sad?
Oh my gosh. I'm 53 books behind.
You had a crazy.
I set a very aggressive goal.
I almost feel like you just like it was trying to hit all the numbers last year. I don't know. I think it's okay that you're 50 behind.
51 now because I finished one book that I was in the middle of and did a whole book that was pretty short.
I mean, who knows? You put that, like if they're audiobooks and you just
they
set
are
that real
audiobooks.
fast, you might catch up.
Now I am reading this, not The Stand. I'm reading It right now, which is 44 hours long audio, but I'm like physically reading it too. I'm probably going to bounce back and forth. I'm not Goodreads like, do you want to change your goal? Fine. I'm not going to change my goal. I'm not because maybe I'll hit it and maybe I won't. And actually, you know what? It might be a good exercise for me to not hit a goal.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Not for you. I said for me.
Maybe. You're a Pisces. Go ahead and miss all your goals.
So I'm just going to, this has been
a year of change.
It's been, if you know me personally, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know me personally, I'm not going to get into it here, but it's been a year.
There's been things that change and
a lot. And then the year before that also was very like, if August 2022, Eva could have a conversation with August 2024, Eva, it would be a lot, but it has a lot of these things have changed my perspective on stuff. And I realized like, I don't really need to adhere to some of these arbitrary goals that I set.
Sure. That makes sense.
So it's a little bit of a good exercise. So we've talked a little bit about seasons.
Yes.
Summer was slow for you, not for me.
Yes.
Fall.
Intentionally.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Fall.
I feel like I have to be like, I'm still working, guys.
Giant asterisk. Fall is fall.
Fall. Yeah. Fall. If things work out like last year, fall is fall.
I'm busy in the fall.
Yeah. Fall and spring have been my busiest season.
Yeah. So. December will get a little weird.
Yeah.
It'll get a little weird. Spring, everybody ramps back up.
Yep.
And then it dips a little bit as into the summer.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where it is.
That's right.
I don't know. I feel like I have so many clients that like I have like a healthcare client, like they don't slow down because hospitals need work.
No,
all the time.
Yeah. All the time.
So I think for me too, as part of that, so many of the politics, they don't slow down.
Well, yes, they do.
No, they don't. Because like if one campaign ends, we getting ready for the next one.
They do take a break though.
I mean, yeah, but I just work
election years. Oof.
Yeah, but like
that's rough.
Yeah, but there's midterms.
Yeah.
And you're planning these things. And then like some of the political work I do is not for campaigns. They're for like PACs. So those can launch at any point. So some of that stuff. I just feel like I work in industries that don't have a real calendar.
Well, and it's good. And I think that's key. You know, it's a freelancing podcast. So I think it's important we kind of note that the biggest thing that I wanted to make sure I did when I started this was I didn't want one type of client. I didn't want only do one type of industry.
This really speaks to diversifying. Right.
We can make sure we are busy throughout the year because we're having a variety of different clients, a variety of different calendar years. It's not the same because if we put all our eggs in one basket and then that industry tanks, then suddenly here we are trying to look for work because no one's hiring any freelancers anymore.
Well, and it's also possible that maybe some of these industries I work in do have a lull. I just don't notice them
because somebody else to a different one.
Yeah, because somebody else is like needs me a lot then. So I just don't notice
exactly
I'm not doing that particular type of work for 3 months.
Right.
Or I'm doing less of it because I'm doing more of this.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So, okay.
All right, freelancers, go get a variety of clients.
Go get and don't get what did you get? That was gross at the coffee.
Well, it was delicious. It just gave me heartburn.
Oh, it gave you heartburn. Don't get the lavender thing.
Great. I'm going to get it again.
Okay.
Oh, I did like the lavender cold foam. So if you have a taste bud like me, just don't get it on top of additional lavender drink. I like grass.
No. You like to eat grass?
I mean, not straight from the ground, no. Thanks for listening, everyone.
We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye. Remember to follow us on Instagram at Ghost Boss Podcast. And also please like and review us on your favorite podcast app.